everyone, this is Nazarat Fatima and you're watching LiveLaw. The Supreme Court has held that the addition of more serious offences to the FIR can be a circumstance for the cancellation of a bail granted by it to the accused. A case was filed by a model who alleged that the accused, who is a businessman, raped her after luring her with the offers of modelling assignments. When the FIR was initially filed, there was no mention of rape. He was registered for the offences punishable under 354, 354B and 506 of the Indian Penal Code. After the victim mentioned in her supplementary statement about the offence of rape, the bail application of the accused moved by the police was allowed for cancellation in the Sessions Court. Later, the accused, after failing with being granted bail in the Sessions Court, moved the High Court of Bombay, where the bail was granted to him. The victim filed an appeal in the Supreme Court, which noted that the High Court was swayed by the star variations in the narration of the prosecutrix. The court also held that even though the offence of rape was mentioned later in the FIR, the initial statement of the victim still had the ingredients which are necessary to constitute the offence of rape. The Supreme Court based its observation on the precedents set in Prasantha Kumar Sarkar versus Ashish Chatterjee and another in which the consequence of adding graver offence to the FIR was discussed. Speaking of which, it was observed in the judgment by Justice Kohli, and I quote, "Addition of a serious offence can be a circumstance where a court can direct that the accused be arrested and committed to custody even though an order of bail was earlier granted in his favour in respect of the offences with which he was charged when his application for bail was considered and a favourable order was passed. The recourse available to an accused in a situation where after grant of bail, further cognizable and non-bailable offences are added to the FIR is for him to surrender and apply afresh for bail in respect of the newly added offences." Moreover, the Supreme Court also emphasized over the fact that the gravity and seriousness of the allegations and financial status and position of the accused in relation to the victim were not considered by the High Court, and criticized the High Court for not letting the victim intervene in the bail application of the accused. The Supreme Court, while making this observation, referred to the judgment in Jagjit Singh and others versus Ashish Mishra alias Monu and another, in which it was held that the victim had the right to be heard in the bail application of the accused. The Supreme Court observed, and I quote, "No doubt the state was present and was represented in the said proceedings, but the right of the prosecutrix could not have been whittled down for this reason alone. In a crime of this nature, where ordinarily there is no other witness except for the prosecutrix herself, it was all the more incumbent for the High Court to have lent its ear to the appellant." The Supreme Court tightened its stand over sexual offenders in the case and cancelled the bail granted to the accused by the High Court of Bombay on the instance of the addition of rape in the FIR. That's all for the video. For more updates, keep in touch with LiveLaw, and if you haven't downloaded the app already, download it now. Like and share the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon for notifications.